Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Trivia Super Game. I'm Mackenzie, and this is Andrew. Today, we are here to play some movie monster trivia and give away a $100 cash prize to the winner of the game. So welcome, and thank you to everyone who is joining us live. You guys are the best. Happy Friday to all. Now, before we get into it, I'll just give a quick rundown of how this whole thing works. So every single day, we run daily trivia challenges on the WatchMojo website at 3 p.m. Eastern. As you complete the daily challenges, you earn Mojo points for things like correct answer streaks and inviting friends to play. You can then redeem those Mojo points for entry into our Friday afternoon super game, where we give away a $100 prize, which is exactly what we are here to do today. So you're going to need to redeem 50 Mojo points to join today's game. So if you're here to compete, here to slay, open another tab, go to WatchMojo.com/play, sign in, and the game's going to start in about 15 minutes. If you do not have 50 Mojo points, no worries. Keep hanging out with us. We're going to be streaming the game right here and keep playing those daily challenges, racking up those Mojo points, and next week could be your time to shine. Hello, Marla, or Maria. I think Maria. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Andrew, how's it going?
It's going well. We're in a good time for monsters, so this is the perfect time to get into some real monster trivia.
Yeah, let's go. Hello, Ruben. Hello to our friends in the chat. Everybody's saying hi. Amazing. So, Andrew, you're a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to movie monsters. I'm excited to pick your brain. Hello from the UK, Laura. Today is the day that Godzilla X Kong New Empire is dropping across the world, but word on the street is that you got a screener of it yesterday. So I'm going to ask if you could give us a little amuse-bouche, a little tidbit. What can we expect from the film?
What you can expect is more giant monster fights that you surprisingly haven't seen yet. Um, Definitely some innovations in that field. There's some really surprising uses of weapons and environments and just, again, things you have never seen before. So it's really fun. And there are entire scenes that are just monsters grunting, but you still follow what's going on. And it's
Wow.
fantastic.
Okay, awesome. So we can confirm there's some evolution going on here, but there is indeed stomping. There is indeed
Mhm.
roaring. I imagine some destroying.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no spoilers,
No
but
singing though. No singing.
okay, let's no spoilers. I'm curious to hear, Andrew, what you think. Like, we've had almost 100 years of King Kong. We've had 60, 70 years or so of Godzilla. Like, what keeps these stories fresh? What's the secret sauce here?
I think people like to live vicariously through these monsters. They have no inhibitions. They just want to live their best lives, just hang around, and people keep getting in their way. So they're like, "Hey, I'm big. Get out of my way." I don't know why that turned into a New York thing, but I think that's a big part of it. And I think you just never get tired of seeing big monsters on the screen. I think that's just a unique experience that we keep coming back to get.
Sure. Yeah, so it's kind of like, on the one hand, our appetite for destruction is like somewhat insatiable, but it speaks to something maybe like a little deeper, of like a taking control or something of our lives. Interesting. That was more psychoanalytic than I expected it to get, but great answer.
Kong must
uh,
have a PhD, so
yeah, Dr. Kong to you.
yes.
I'm curious, guys in the chat, let us know if you're excited to see the movie, if and what you think, what you'd like to see in the film if you haven't seen it yet, because it just came out today. I'll give a quick reminder of we're here to play some movie monster trivia. We're going to be giving away a $100 cash prize. If you are here to compete, go ahead, open another tab, go to WatchMojo.com/play, sign in. Game's going to start in 10. And thank you to everybody who's maybe just tuning in. Happy to see you. Now, I have a question for you, Andrew. I kind of want to talk about like movie monsters that made an impression on us when we were young.
Mhm.
Laura's very excited. I'm excited. Okay, I'm loving to see that people are like excited to see the new film. But let's talk nostalgia. Um, what movie monster scared you the most as a kid?
Oh man, this is gonna be so specific, but there was an edutainment show called Ghost Rider about like a ghost that teaches kids how to read and stuff. And on that show was a slime monster Halloween episode where there was like this purple gummy monster that could trap you in slime, and it had like these jagged teeth and looked incredibly silly, but I was terrified. This thing, commercials, clips, it was on PBS. It was the scariest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I was like 10. I don't know why it scared me so much.
I thought you were going to say you were like 4 and they showed it to you in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Like 10 years old. I don't know why. Maybe it was like the claustrophobia of the slime bubble. I don't know. But
Right.
something about that monster still gets me.
I'm curious to unpack that just because I'm not familiar with the monster you're describing. So it's a slime monster that threatens you in order to teach you to read, or that somehow uses his powers for good and happens to have, a rough exterior. Slime monster. Dwayne Johnson knows slime monster. Okay, he knows.
He knows. No, it's the opposite of reading, because the ghost teaches you how to read, but the slime monster is anti-literacy. So I think that was the metaphor. Like, if you don't learn how to read, that often to you.
That's a weird cause to take up.
Yeah.
Just really hate literature.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, yeah, but you are able to read now. So, it must have worked.
Yeah, I overcame it because I didn't want to end up like the slime monster. Yeah.
Good for you. You know what? Then I guess it's working as intended. Laura asks, does the blob count? I say yes.
Yeah.
I say yes.
I don't want to be in there.
Yeah, no. Mine was also had an educational slant to it. It wasn't some horror movie that I saw like too young or anything. It was straight up in grade 1 for music class. They made us watch this extremely creepy animated rendition of Peter and the Wolf. But it was like from the 70s, like back when cartoons were like actually like deeply scary. And it had like these close-up shots on the wolf's face as he's like snarling and like drooling, and his eyes flickered in different colors as he was like preying upon these like innocent animals that we've come to befriend throughout the course of the film. And I think Peter ends up like shooting it. Like, it's extremely 70s. I don't know why it haunted me. It's
Just
super
preparing you for life? I don't know.
I don't know. Years of therapy. Cody says, my favorite monster movie is the extended edition of Peter Jackson's King Kong 2005. Great pick.
Yeah,
Andrew,
underrated.
It is underrated. I totally agree. I was going to ask, do you have a favorite King Kong Kongverse entry in the Kong canon?
Yeah, I mean, I still really like Skull Island. I really think just the way to combine like King Kong and this Vietnam metaphor of like going against this monster, fighting this like war, and not being able to give up on this war, and like the environmental metaphors. There's a lot of things going on in that movie, and you sometimes forget this is about a giant monkey, but it's also really deep and entertaining.
Yeah, that kind of touches on what you were saying before about how monster movies do kind of connect with like maybe underlying like concerns or things that are playing out in society. Like I think that's really in line with the point you made earlier. That's interesting. The entire Michael Jackson Thriller video, says Lee. Love it.
Scares you, or is it your favorite? Because either or is a valid answer.
There's no wrong answer. Yeah. Just curious. Okay, our friend here says, my favorite Monsterverse movie will have to be Skull Island. Yes, but Godzilla in 2014 looks so good. Yes, it does. It does. Okay, we got 5 minutes or so until our trivia game starts here. I wonder if you guys have been studying, but I'll give a quick reminder how this works. So you're going to need to redeem 50 Mojo points to join today's game. How you earn Mojo points is this. You play our daily challenges. They happen every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern time. As you play the challenges, you earn Mojo points for like correct answer streaks, inviting friends to join, participation streaks, and then you can cash those Mojo points out for entry into our Friday afternoon super game, which is what we're here to do today. We give away a $100 cash prize. So today's game costs 50 Mojo points. If you don't have 50 Mojo points, no stress. Keep hanging out with us. We're going to show it here. Yeah. Okay. We got 5 minutes to go. So Andrew and I have invented a game for us to play that we'd like to try all together as a group of friends, us and our friends in the chat. This game is called Monster Mash. Now, I'm going to be honest, we did come up with the name first and developed the game backwards after we came up with that idea. So let's see where this goes.
We're just like Hollywood.
It's just like Hollywood, it's showbiz. Yeah. It's really like South Park. We're running on a tight schedule. It's very, very similar. So here's how it works. I have a hat filled with movie monsters. Here it is. Andrew has a hat full of movie monsters. There it is. We're each going to pull 2 monsters from our respective hats to create our hybrid fighters. And we're going to tell you what they are, and then we're going to ask you guys to vote and let us know in the chat which of our monsters would defeat the other. So let's see what happens. Andrew, do you want to go first? Do you want to pull 2 monsters?
All right. I'll pull 2.
This is Monster
All right,
Mash,
we
folks.
got the Kraken.
Ooh.
And we have, if I can open it, Brundlefly, which I was hoping for.
Oh, nice.
So, all right. So you're wondering, does the Brundlefly Kraken have lots of wings, lots of like antenna things, or lots of tentacles? The answer
I was
is
wondering that.
it's both. Every tentacle has a set of wings and a long fly proboscis thing. It can shoot acid. It has the sexual appeal of Jeff Goldblum,
Score.
and so it allures you in that way. And it's also, a sea kraken. It can go by sea, it can go by air. It can't go on land, but does it need to because it rules everything else? That's the monster you have to deal with.
Okay, I'm nervous now. That's solid. Although I guess his weakness is like he starts to melt after some time and begs for death.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I have Nosferatu.
Yes.
And I have King Kong. Okay, well that works out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so picture this. Big monkey, long cape. The strength of King Kong, but the mental dexterity of a being that has been alive since the dawn of time, let's say. He has sharp little fangs and long, creepy fingers, but the big muscles that King Kong possesses. So that's what you're dealing with. We should come up with names of our monsters.
Yeah, I do like the one that was suggested in the comments, the Brundle Kraken. I think that's
good.
That's a winner.
I like that. I'm gonna go with King Fang.
King Fang.
Or Concula. Yeah, okay, someone in the chat says Concula. Okay, we're gonna go with that. All right, everyone, we got about 1 minute to go. Concula versus Andrew, what did you say yours was called?
The Brundle Kraken.
Brundle Kraken. Okay, we're going to throw out a poll, and guys, our trivia game's going to start in about 1 minute, so let's see. Okay, we got someone in the chat saying Brundlefly scores 10 gold blooms out of a possible 10 gold blooms, so it wins. It's hard to argue with that logic.
That is our current metric system in the States, so.
That's actually the metric system we use to rank our lists also, so. Hit the nail on the head there. Which movie would you prefer to watch, Andrew? Concula or Brundle Kraken?
Honestly, ideally, we'd have the versus movie right away, just out of the gate.
Start with that. Like Wolf versus... Oh, what's the other one? It's Whale Wolf and...
Giant Squid or...
Giant something. I forget.
Something like that.
Stupid. All right, 3, 2, 1. Trivia starts now. WatchMojo.com/play. Sign in and redeem those 50 Mojo points, or keep hanging out with us. First question: which planet features rankers, sarlaccs, and crate dragons? Wish I hadn't tried to read that one out loud. Movie monsters.
Oh yes, Tatooine.
Tatooine. All right, I'm delighted to see we've got some old friends in the chat today. Excuse me, not in the chat, in the game and in the chat. We've got Bus and Fields, Cody, Smashing, Lucas, Mike, Urban. The names get cut off, but welcome back, guys. Thank you for competing. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I think Concula is also playing.
It's coming up. I feel like Brundle Kraken has more of like lore to it. Unless, you know, in ancient times, a vampire bit a monkey and then we get Concula. Okay, we could do something with that.
Yeah. How long has he been alive? Does he go out during the day? There are a lot of questions there.
Right. Yeah, does he go out in the day? That's a big one. That changes everything. It's hard for him to hide.
Comes a big bat, just a gigantic.
Yeah, true. It's 3 monsters in one because he also has the transformative power. And he can
That's the
control
Morbius.
rats.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay, we got a Kong Skull Island question here. Lucas in an early lead. Not surprised. Lucas plays WatchMojo Daily Trivia all the time. Reminder, folks, the faster you answer, the more points you collect. So trust yourself. Andrew, which of these...
I'm going to try to... Mm-hmm.
No, yours sounded better. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, I am going to try to win and take the title from all of you. So just be careful.
Be careful. The real movie monster was coming from inside the house. This is such a great look. I love the design of the Cenobites.
Yeah. Do you think I could pull that off? The nails in the face?
I can't recommend that for legal purposes. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
This is we're at work, even though we're at home. True or false? 1986's Aliens was directed by Ridley Scott. Nope, James Cameron. When are we getting Cenobites versus Predator?
I think if you call them today, you could make that happen.
Yeah, what time is it in LA?
It's Cenobite time. That's what time it is.
What is the name given to the interdimensional creatures in Pacific Rim? I know the answer to this. If you're seeing that people who are playing the game right now have little badges on their emojis, that is because they've gotten multiple questions right in a row, so they get bonus points. Good for them. Seeing Aspen Silver catching up here. That's a classic legacy WatchMojo trivia player. Nice to see everyone. Oh, we got Mr. Hollywood himself, Matt Demers, in the game today. Everybody say hello.
I would love if the mechanical shark was called the Meat Sheen.
That would
be ideal.
Andrew is a connoisseur of Goosebumps lore.
Oh yeah.
You did your PhD in Goosebumps and Power Rangers.
I did study with R.L. Stein and Zordon. So
colleagues, friends and colleagues. Andrew, what's the difference between like a monster and like a demon, or one like a different? What are how do we define? Because I was thinking this through a little bit. Like, is Nosferatu, like, I think that's a monster, but where does the line get drawn, in your opinion?
I think it's all about the neighborhood. Like demons, they chill in hell, generally. I think monsters are just from everywhere. You can have a monster can come from anywhere, but a demon, you kind of have to come from below. That's just the rules,
Right. But then a ghost is not a monster.
No, they don't try hard enough. That's the problem.
Low-hanging fruit, terror-wise.
Yeah.
They just show up and you're scared. Right. Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Try being solid, loser,
Don't say that. They can hear you, dude. You're asking for trouble. This guy's never seen a horror movie in his life. Yeah. That's how you get him. Legion of Monsters lineup. Amphibian. Is that real? Wow,
No.
yes.
Morbius is barely real, so.
Is Morbius a monster?
Huh.
I'm just going to name monsters, and I want you to use your expert opinion to decide once and for all if they're monsters or not. And it's not because I'm trying to take your lead. Actually, we've got Lucas in the lead right now with 368 points. That's solid. Smashing 332, Mojo Drew 330, but it's not over till it's over. Which of the following folkloric monsters appears in Monsters, Inc.?
I would love if the Chupacabra was in there. That would be exquisite. How do you explain that to kids?
Yeah, and it's not cute. It's just terrifying.
It's like a Pan's Labyrinth creature in the middle of Monsters, Inc.
What was it? What movie was it where they showed the trailer of the horror movie before a Pixar screening? Like in the last couple of years, it went super viral. Everyone was like, "Was it The Conjuring?" And they showed it before, like
I think it was
like the
before,
Good Dinosaur, or like when he's really tame. Those are kids we don't need to ask what movie monster traumatized them. I don't know how they got my first morning selfie for this thumbnail. But...
Was that a side part you were trying?
Yeah,
is that what that is?
New skincare routine. Yeah, it didn't work out. Retinol. What is Superman's civilian name in Justice League Gods and Monsters? Good question. I don't know the answer to this. Oh, but I guessed right. Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It's a universe where he landed in Mexico instead of America.
Oh, cool. Oh, Troll 2. Troll 2.
They're eating her, and then they're going to eat me.
Oh my God. Iconic. Anyone who's not seen Troll 2, it's cinema, it's art, and you should all check it out. That's all I'm going to say. No spoilers.
You do not have to watch the first one because they have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, nothing. Not connected in any way. All right, guys, last question here. We've got Asmund Silver in the lead. Lucas, not far behind. Oh, excuse me. No, we have Lucas in the lead. Asmund Silver, not far behind. Smashing, Jinbo, Urban, Cody, Mojo Drew, Mercs, all kind of in the lead there. But let's see who's going to take it. Let's say, oh, I was wrong.
Oh, yeah, I was like Brazil. For sure.
Yeah, I guess Brazil too. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. What have we got here? Lucas has finished the game with a very impressive 509 points, kicking off their weekend with a cool $100 cash prize. Awesome stuff. Congratulations. Congratulations also to Aspen Silver, Urban, Smashing, and Mike for finishing in the top 5. Great to see you guys. Thank you for playing as always. And thank you to everyone for joining in the chat. This was so much fun. And thank you, Andrew. Also you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kong. He's the reason for the season.
I'd like to thank Kong, Godzilla, Nosferatu, Concula, Brundle Kraken, everybody who made this possible. Always a joy and an honor. We'll see you next week, everybody. Don't forget to keep playing our daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. Eastern, WatchMojo.com/play. Keep racking up those Mojo points, and we will see you next Friday afternoon for next week's Super Game. Prize is $100 cash, so make sure you're studying up. Thank you for joining, and have a great weekend. Take care, guys.
Yeah.